Alright guys, so I'm just going to do a quick Rune breakdown for Rengar Jungle and Rengar Top. So first off, let's just get Jungle out of the way. I think Fleet Footwork is hands down the best jungle keystone right now for sure. Let's see, what else is there for jungle that could be decent? Probably maybe like a Dark Harvest. Um, I would take this over Electrocute for sure. Anything in this row, Dark Harvest is the best for sure. And then I think Fleet is obviously better than that though. So I just stick with Fleet for the jungle. And honestly nothing else here would be good. So an ideal page would look something like this for the jungle. Even though Celerity was nerfed, I still think it's the best to go. Um, you can't really go down Domination because Sudden Impact was also nerfed. And I just feel like nothing here gives as much impact. Like this increases your chance to snowball in the river a lot more, so I just think this is the best for the jungle for sure. For a Dark Harvest setup, it's probably something. I'd still go with Sudden Impacts. Probably either one of these, depending on your playstyle. Like if you like Vision, Ghost Poro, and if you like to just do a lot of damage, Eyeball Collection. And then same thing here. It depends if you like the out of combat move speed or you want the ultimate cooldown. So I'd probably go like that. And I'd still go Celerity Water Walking here. Maybe this could be okay too. I haven't really tested this out myself. You could also even go something like this. I wouldn't actually go Magical Footwear, never mind. Something like this maybe. Or even Market's Future Market. You could go like something like this. I haven't really tested these setups, but this is probably the best setup for Dark Harvest. Something like this or like this. You could try this. I don't know if it'd be that good though. So let's go to top lane now. My most generic top lane setup is usually this for most matchups. I still go the water walking celerity combo here because I just think celerity, once again, it just gives you that few little bits of AD that you might need to get the first kill or something. Like when you get the move speed from your 4 stack, it actually increases your AD by quite a bit. So celerity, even though it's nerfed, I still think it's the best option to increase your chance at like a cheese. Water walking also is great for like roaming down the river or baiting a 2v1 into the river and try and outplay it at the river brush. So I think water walking is really useful. And it kind of just beats every other option here. The only thing I would possibly change is maybe instead of water walking, you could go um, Nimbus Cloak or Nullifying Orb into maybe like an AP jungler could be a good reason to go Nullifying Orb to just 2v1 better. Or if they're both AP, Nullifying Orb could be good. So if I have an AP matchup, I'll definitely go Nullifying Orb. And Transcendence is probably the only other decent option if you don't like Celerity and just think you can get away with the free 10 cooldown. This is also pretty good. So yeah, something like that can also work. But I personally prefer this. And these two are situational. Nullifying Orb if there's AP, and then Nimbus Cloak is decent against champs like, I don't know, like Trendmere or Jax, where like they start to kind of run you down in the 1v1, so you kind of want to just ult, and sometimes that extra move speed can save you. So besides Grasp, there's nothing in this section. I wouldn't go any of these. Um, Electrocute, I have been trying. I only like it into Riven so far. This is my setup against Riven. Um, Once again, you could possibly go Nimbus Cloak or Water Walking, but I just think Water Walking and getting Scuttle priority for your jungler is too important. So I like this setup the best. Um, Honestly, versus Riven, actually, you probably want to grab Resolve second. Resolve second's too good against Riven. Bone plating is just really effective versus her. So this is probably like what I do against Riven. No one else really do I go this setup in. Maybe this setup you go into champs like Vladimir, I guess. Maybe like possibly a cannon. This could be kind of dangerous into cannon though. You might want this into cannon, but any like squishy APs, this is a good option. And then potentially switch out water walking for uh, nullifying orb if it is cannon and flat and all that I just mentioned. A lot of this stuff, is based on the matchup, so you gotta kind of base it yourself on, what you're playing against and all that. So press the attack. Um, this is a setup I go into Tryndamere. I like it into Tryndamere. I might start trying this into Tryndamere because sometimes you can cheese him easier with this, with the extra 80 you get. And also, you have a lot more mobility past 6 to try and outplay him. Usually what you want to do with Tryndamere is burst him low enough that he ults, then you can ult away, kite with Nimbus Cloak, and then jump back on him when his ult runs out. So this is a pretty good setup that I will probably be putting into practice definitely a lot more. You definitely want Alacrity here versus Trend. Triumph is just the best, and then Coup de Grace for sure. So this is what I like to do into Trend. You can also do this into matchups like Jax and Irelia if you're a fan of press the attack. I've been trying Conquer into Jax and Irelia and like champs that go Conquer as well. It's not too bad. It's still working. It's still like I'm still iffy about it, but if you try it out and like it, then go for it. Sometimes you can go like this versus them as well. If you decide not to go Resolve, you have a lot higher chance of killing them early, but jungle ganks and all that stuff get harder to outplay if you don't have the survivability. And yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's... Oh, and obviously, top lane, you can also go this setup right here. This is a good setup versus really hard lane matchups. So, stuff like Kled or Darius, this is a good way to attempt to snowball on them. Once again, if you're feeling frisky, you can switch to this. You gotta be careful though. If you don't have the resolve, you're a lot more squishy to jungle ganks, and you can, just die in normal fights as well pretty fast. Nothing in the red tree is good here, so yeah, just either sorcery or resolve second. I would personally go something like this into Darius and Kled. And then maybe like an easier matchup, you can go this and just, this is like full efficiency. You get the move speed from here that also procs on Slayer. So this is like super scaling. Like I guess easy matchups, if you just like Fleet as a keystone, you can go this. I personally think Fleet is really OP levels 1 through 6, but past that point, it kind of feels like this keystone just totally falls off in value. You could say the same for Grasp as well. When it gets to that mid game, you don't really proc Grasp in your initial burst combo. So Fleet and Grasp are very similar in the way that they give you big lane advantage. I'd go Grasp into more, like, I guess like tankier match. You can go Grasp into any matchup really. Grasp is just probably the most simple rune to go on them, and it's most effective. I like how it provides outplay potential with the heals. However, in the precision tree, you get the heal from Fleet, and you also get what's very important is Triumph. I think Triumph is a great rune that you unlock by going down this tree. So sometimes just getting Triumph can make you have a 2v1 outplay potential top lane. But yeah, that's about all the rune setups I've been going. Nothing else really is effective here. So yeah, so main ones are like Grasp, Press the Attack, Fleet, Conquer, with Grasp probably being the best, and then all the others being situational, Electrocute and all, and then Fleet, Conquer, and Press the Attack. So yeah, there you go. That is the rune setups for Rengar.